For decades, one star has shined brighter than any other in American football. A team that defined eras, built legends, and carried both pride and pain. They are the Dallas Cowboys, the team everyone loves or loves to hate. But behind the glitz, behind the blue star and silver helmets, lies a story of innovation, betrayal, and redemption. This is not just football history. This is the rise, the fall, and the glory. The untold story of the Dallas Cowboys. The dream of Texas. In 1960, Dallas didn't have an NFL team. What it had was ambition, oil money, cowboys, pride. The spirit of Texas itself demanded a team. Businessman Clint Murchison Jr. made it happen. He bought, built, and believed in a franchise that didn't even exist yet. And when the league said no, he found a way to make it yes. The Dallas Cowboys were born, a name that fit like destiny. But names don't win games. The architect and the machine. They hired a quiet man in a fedora. Tom Landry, a defensive genius from the New York Giants who saw football not as chaos but as geometry. He didn't shout. He didn't celebrate. He calculated. With Tex Schramm, the charismatic general manager, and Gil Brandt, a pioneer in player scouting, they built something no other team had, a football laboratory. They used computers to find players. They invented motion offenses, shifting defenses, and a culture of discipline over emotion. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't popular. But it was effective. Years of pain, seeds of greatness from 1960 to 1965, not one winning season. Fans left. Reporters mocked. They called Landry's system cold, soulless, robotic. But Landry never broke. He told his team, "Someday, this will work, and when it does, you'll understand why we never quit." By 1966, it started to click. They reached the playoffs. By 1970, the Super Bowl. They lost that game to the Colts, but America had seen enough. The Dallas Cowboys were no longer a joke. They were the future. America's team, the 1970s were the decade of the star. The Cowboys weren't just winning. They were dominating and looking good doing it. White jerseys, silver pants, the blue star on every helmet. They had Roger Staubach, the Navy hero, Tony Dorsett, the lightning runner, Drew Pearson, the clutch receiver, and at the center, Landry, the calm commander. NFL Films called them America's team, and the name stuck. They represented not just Dallas, but the confidence, precision, and power of a growing nation. By 1978, they were Super Bowl champions, the model franchise, the symbol of success. But as every dynasty learns, nothing golden stays forever, the end of the machine. The 1980s began with hope and ended in heartbreak. Roger Staubach retired. The magic started to fade. The same systems that once revolutionized the game now felt outdated. Landry's team became predictable. Other coaches had learned how to beat his system. For the first time in decades, the Cowboys started losing. Badly. Fans turned. The press called Landry a relic of a lost era. The franchise that once symbolized perfection had become a shadow of itself. But change was coming, and it would shake Dallas to its core. The arrival of Jerry Jones. In 1989, a new owner walked into Texas Stadium. Jerry Jones, a brash Arkansas oilman with one goal: to make the Cowboys great again and do it his way. His first act? Fire the man who built it all. Tom Landry, gone. After 29 seasons, 20 winning years, 2 Super Bowls, he was let go in a hotel meeting. Fans were furious. Broadcasters cried on air. It was more than a firing, it was an execution of an era. But Jones didn't come to please. He came to win. And to do that, he needed a new general. The Jimmy Johnson Revolution, Jones hired Jimmy Johnson, his old college teammate from Arkansas, and a fiery coach from the University of Miami. Where Landry was calm, Johnson was chaos. Where Landry built systems, Johnson built swagger. He traded away the team's best player, Herschel Walker, for a mountain of draft picks. Fans called it insanity. But those picks turned into Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, the future of the franchise. By 1992, the Cowboys were back in the Super Bowl, and they didn't just win. They crushed the Bills, 52-17. In 1993, they did it again. Back-to-back champions, the Cowboys were reborn. Young, ruthless, unstoppable. The ego clash. But when you build an empire with strong men, their egos collide like stars. Jerry Jones wanted credit. Jimmy Johnson demanded control. Their relationship, once brothers, turned cold. In 1994, despite another Super Bowl run, Jimmy Johnson walked away. Or maybe he was pushed. Jones replaced him with Barry Switzer. The Cowboys won one more championship in 1995, but the soul of the dynasty was gone. What followed wasn't a fall. It was a slow bleed. Lost years. From 1996 onward, the Cowboys remained famous, but not feared. New coaches came and went. Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Bill Parcells, Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy. Star players rose. Tony Romo, Des Bryant, Dak Prescott. But the results stayed the same. Hope in September. Heartbreak in January. For 2 decades, the Cowboys were trapped in a loop. Too talented to fail, too flawed to win. The world still watched. The stadiums still sold out. But that silver star had lost its shine. America's obsession. Yet somehow they never stopped being relevant. Even in failure, the Cowboys were the story. Their cheerleaders became pop culture icons. Their stadium, a billion-dollar cathedral of spectacle. Their brand, the most valuable in sports. Because the Cowboys aren't just a football team. They're a reflection of America itself, its ambition, its arrogance, its endless chase for greatness. The star still shines. In recent years, I said, new generation has taken the field. Dak Prescott's leadership, Micah Parsons' fire, CeeDee Lamb's brilliance. The glory days haven't returned, not yet. But the heartbeat never died. Every season, millions still believe this could be the year. That's what makes the Dallas Cowboys eternal. They are more than a team. They are a story, written in triumph, tragedy, and hope. Dynasties rise, dynasties fall, but legends never fade. From the dusty beginnings of 1960 to the bright lights of the 90s to the restless present, the Dallas Cowboys have been everything at once. Heroes, villains, icons, and underdogs. Their journey isn't over. It never is. Because every Sunday when that star shines under the Texas sky, it reminds us that greatness is never permanent, but it's always possible. This is the story of the Dallas Cowboys, their rise, their fall, and their unbreakable glory.